Welcome back. I'm at Hyundai's Chennai plant, which is gearing up for its big 8-car launch plan, a large part of which is buoyed by innovation to production. Now today we at CNbc TV 18 have been handed exclusive access to the company's factory floor to witness this innovation firsthand. Mr. Ganesh Mani VP-Production, Hyundai India, good to have you with us.
Absolutely,
CNbc
my
TV
pleasure
18.
having you here.
You know, we're doing this interview at a time when it's a very exciting phase for Hyundai India, really.
Yes.
8 cars in the next 4 years.
Absolutely.
What kind of changes are you bringing about on the factory floor here at your Chennai plant?
Well, as you know that for the last 20 years we have been bringing so many models into the plant. This all starts from the global strategy of how to introduce the models. For example, our body shop is already it's called as a global well line, which does not have any jigs and fixture changes instantly. All we need to do is change the carriers per se.
Okay.
So that makes it very easily for us to introduce at any point of time without the cost of doing the actual change in the production line or a productivity per se.
Okay.
For example, an assembly shop, we got two different assembly shops. Each one of them can carry around 5 models at a time, and we can go up to the level of more than 100 variants at any point of time. So having said that, we have inbuilt the process of the flexibility and agility right from the word go. So basically our preparation as far as the new models are concerned, which is not a new thing for us, we have been doing it over the years, and we will continue to have more and more investment in that line to ensure that things go absolutely all right.
So is that why you are not exactly looking at an expansion of sorts even as you bring about these 8 new models? The plant capacity stays the same. Is it because of these new innovations that you are bringing about?
I would not say that way. Primarily because ultimately we are here. We are a big 9 plants global company. Hyundai alone, if you see. So the actual capacity comes in terms of seeing the overall view of it. A. Secondly, fortunately, we have been doing it for the last many years. We are #1 exporters. Our export volumes are close to 25 to 30%. So when the domestic market increases, obviously we'll realign our export policies accordingly, and we'll quickly start supplying the products on the line. Because we are doing the same kind of a car which are being made for export as well as the domestic on a same platform, the same way. We don't differentiate at all. So that's the way we'll be able to adjust to the changing the volumes which happens in the market.
All right. Given the fact that we're talking about, an addition of 8 new models, 5 of which are whole new models itself.
Absolutely.
What kind of changes on the factory floor in terms of automation are you bringing about?
Yeah.
Are you getting about a more robotic interface here? Is that part of your plans? Just take me through what exactly is happening.
Primarily, basically, having exporting to more than 90 countries in the world, we need to maintain our own quality standards per se at par with all the other. Incidentally, all our products are exactly in line with the way what we are making in Korea, America, for the matter China as well. It's in terms of intelligent control systems, predictability, in terms of data analytics, in terms of predicting all the issues, whatever can happen, how do we are going to make it foolproof. In those kind of lines, we are going to invest in more and more to ensure that all of our models are taken care.
And
that's one thing.
And how much are you investing in these new processes and systems?
Last 4 years. We have been continuously upgrading and changing all those equipments per se, which is close to 1,000 crores plus we have invested. We are planning to have equal amount and more than that also based on the requirement of the model for investment of this alone, which is a continuous process of the Hyundai conglomerate as a whole.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about, for instance, a new quality control for the new Verna, which you launched.
Yes.
And of course, there's been some talk about how complete production of the Verna is shifting to this plant.
Yes.
So how much does that investment change when you're going to expand this line and bring about the production of the entire Verna here? So what kind of investment are we talking about for, let's say, 1 car model like the Verna?
I mean, I would not be able to tell per se per model concern, because as you said, this is a multi-model line. Whatever I'm doing an investment for a model like next gen Verna, which is equally applicable to all the other models that are being made. So we actually see it as a whole concept of how much we are actually investing in terms of a process specific is concerned. For example, in order to increase the quality levels of it, and since we have got engine, for example, petrol and diesel engine together being made in first plant in India, most likely a global level also, we have actually gone for a rapid visual inspection system. A computer, the robot actually keeps checking all those components in a rapidly 72 frames per minute. It actually checks all those processes very easily. That requires investment. That is what we are planning to do in all those models which are going to come forward and forth.
All right. So what does this change in terms of labor now? Given the fact that automation plays a big role in this, what kind of changes are you bringing about on the labor front? Does your labor strength stay the same, reduce? Because evidently, be it IT, be it automobiles, automation is widely looked at as the big disruptor. So do you feel this would have any change in terms of the kind of human interface you have on the factory floor?
Yeah. See, the one major confusion which prevails all over the world is automation is meant for reduction of headcounts only, which I don't think so. Supposingly, we have some model where the variants are keep on increasing, we need to introduce certain amount of automation to assist the operator himself. So the number of headcounts in terms of that will never ever get affected. Okay. That's what the philosophy of Hyundai as a whole group.
So what kind of role then will your headcount or will your labor now take on, even when you have robots or when you have an automatic system overseeing most processes here at Hyundai? What role will your labor take
Wonderful question. If you take the instance of around 15 years back, a person who comes with a ITI qualification, his job was only to load the component, do the operations and finish, that's all. But through a robust program of upgradation of these skills of our own technicians, our own supervisors, we have actually converted them into the persons who actually can interface with the equipments and machineries. For example, a person who we call it as a keeper in body shop, he takes care of the robo line itself. That's he's actually an ITA holder who has spent around 10 years of time. He has actually been educated. We have been constantly sending our people to Hyundai and the equipment manufacturers. They upgrade their skills and knowledge. So we are actually using all of them for this particular purpose very specifically. So when you say that what kind of skill set we have actually improved from a mere making of level, he is in a position to managing the line itself.
On that note, sir, thank you so much for
Thank you so much, brother. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Well, that was Hyundai in the innovation fast lane. With that, it's a wrap on the show. Thanks for watching and do stay tuned to CNbc TV 18.